off in this video tutorial, I'm going to be working with the sleeves first before we get to the bodice part. The sleeves pretty much are the most complicated part of the sewing segment of this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get into the sleeves. Now what I've already done was I separated my 3 ruffles in my sleeve for each pair. So these are the 3 ruffles for that sleeve, and then these are the 3 ruffles for this sleeve. So I'm gonna just work with one sleeve on the video for time purposes, for the video to keep it short. Oops, sorry. For time purposes of the video to keep it short. So let's go ahead and work with one sleeve here at a time. So what I'm going to do is, my ruffles have an open seam. So I am going to go ahead and sew along in each ruffle to close the seams of the ruffle, as well as close the seam of my sleeve. And I'm just going to fold it in half and then sew along that open seam, and I'm going to serge each piece. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll be right back. So now I have all of my pieces serged together, and now I'm going to go ahead and connect my ruffles to my sleeve. Now before you do this step, you could go ahead and hem the bottom of your ruffles if you want to, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to skip that step and save it till the end. And I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add the ruffles onto the sleeve. So what I want you to do is get your sleeve and turn it right side facing out, and go ahead and lay your sleeve flat with the seam facing up, because we're going to be working with that seam to line up all the rest of our ruffles. So go ahead and get your smallest pattern, your smallest ruffle first. So let me lay out my ruffles so I can make sure I'm getting the right ruffle. Alright, so I have my smallest ruffle first. And what you want to do is keep your ruffles facing inside out. Keep your ruffles facing inside out while your sleeve is facing right side out. Go ahead and put that ruffle inside of that sleeve, or put that sleeve inside of that ruffle. And we're going to line it up right here on the seams. We're going to line it up on the seams, right? Line it up on the seams, and then go ahead and take your medium size. You've already placed your sleeve inside of your small ruffle. Now you're going to place your sleeve and your small ruffle inside of your medium ruffle. And line that seam up. Alright. Alright, so we've lined up those seams, and it's not going to be perfect. These are just this is just going to be the guideline for when you start sewing. So now I'm going to take my bigger sleeve, and I already have my sleeve, my small ruffle. Now my medium ruffle is on the outside, so now I'm going to place all of those inside of my big ruffle. And I'm just going to place that inside. There we go. Now we can start working with the seams to be our guideline for our sewing. Go ahead and get your ruffles together. Get your seams lined up together, as well as I'm sorry, I just want to make sure you can see, as well as your sleeve. All right. Line those up and then pin it right there at the seam. Alright, so I have that pin right there on that seam. Now what you can do is go around and line up each piece and pin it together as your guideline for sewing. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use this as my guide, and I'm going to line it up as I sew. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take that to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to do a stitch all the way around. Make sure. All right, so this is my ruffles. This is my ruffle sewn onto my sleeve, and you have each ruffle layer here. All right, and this completes your ruffle sleeve portion of sewing your garment together. Now make sure you do that same step for both sleeves, and you'll get 2 sleeves just like this. All right, and like I said before, I'm not going to show that on the video right now. Go ahead and you can hem the bottom of each of your ruffles on that top. So now we're going to go ahead and get into putting our bodice pieces together and putting our sleeve on our bodice. Alright, so I have my front and my back bodice pieces. Alright, so what you want to do is line up your shoulder seams. Make sure your fabric is right side facing. Line up your shoulder seams, and then also once you sew your shoulder seams, go ahead and sew your side seams as well. So you're just going to do your shoulder seams first, and then you're going to go ahead and sew your side seams. All right, so this is our top here. You see the back is a little bit lower than the front. It hangs a little bit lower, and it's very flowy and nice. So you want to make sure your top is now right sides facing in. So turn your shirt inside out. Now that you have your garment constructed, you want to make sure your sleeve is facing right side out. So you want to make sure the sleeve is properly facing out, and you're going to put that sleeve inside of the top where the armhole is. Inside the top where the armhole is, we're going to line up that sleeve seam to the side seam of the top, and we're going to use that as our starting guide to go ahead and connect our sleeve to our top. Alright, and then what you're going to do is sew completely around. You're going to sew all the way around to go ahead and attach your sleeve. Alright, so our top is pretty much complete. All we have to do now is just hem our ruffles, hem the bottom of our top, and also hem our neckline, and we will be good to go. So, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to look out for some more videos to come, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!